All right, so we got to talk about this because this is actually pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure most of you guys have had an opportunity by now to actually watch the footage that was released by the police department. And at first, I was trying to figure out where the footage was captured or where was it captured from. And it turns out this is actually from like a neighborhood camera that is, I guess, the property of the police department, if I'm not mistaken. And based on the reports that have come out, this happened on Castle Gate Lane or something like that. So let's switch to Street View. Yeah, Castle Gate Lane. So it didn't happen right here, maybe on the other side. But this was all captured by a street camera, a neighborhood camera. Right here on the corner where you can see that speed limit sign at 30 mile per hour and the stop sign. So there's a camera on the left hand side. I'm trying to get a good angle to show you. Can you imagine that this camera was not working? They would have brushed this whole thing under the rug. Because the body cam alone is not enough. The body cam did not really produce anything. So this is the camera right here. I don't know what they call it, but this is, I guess, supposed to be part of the neighborhood to, I guess, reduce crime or capture crime or whatever. And it ended up capturing these officers basically murder Tyre. They keep saying they're like investigating this. What is there to investigate? You guys practically murdered the guy. What are you talking about investigating? The first initial stages of this, they were talking about they're investigating. It's under investigation. There's really nothing to investigate. If you saw the footage from this camera right here, I mean, they were holding him up. They were beating him up. I mean, it's like there's really nothing to investigate. These guys pretty much murdered the guy. And then they keep saying excessive force. This is way outside the scope of excessive force. At one point in the video, if you guys been watching or had an opportunity to watch, I'm not going to actually share any of the footage because it's pretty graphic. They were holding him up. I think it was like 2 or 3 officers. There's got to be more than 5 officers that were on the scene involved in this. Like, it's not just those 5. I think there were several others as well. And even when more backup showed up on the scene, it was like probably like 10, maybe more. And even the paramedics that showed up, they didn't do all that much. They showed up like 20, 30 minutes later. This whole thing was just like a poor response. So as you guys can see, this is all the footage that has been released at NBC News. So it all came from that camera on that light pole. So can you imagine that camera was not working? If it wasn't working that day, what would have been the story they would have published? Told you guys a completely different side of a different story, because the body cam, I mean, if you guys saw the body cam, it looked all sloppy. Like, this is a systematic problem. All right, this is a systematic problem with many police departments. They're going to keep saying the same script over and over after every single incident, major incident like this, and then they're just going to pretty much you're going to hear about it again another couple of years. So this is a systematic problem in my opinion, but it's crazy. Like the way they were holding him up, beating him up, talking about it's under investigation. There's really nothing to investigate. These guys murdered him. So this is definitely not just excessive force. But anyways, yeah, it's crazy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section.